Hello viewers, it's time for Makgeolli Talk. Time for me to talk to myself about that delicious Korean rice wine called Makgeolli. Today's topic is how long does it last? If you like this video, please click that like button and subscribe. And remember that I have a new Makgeolli video every week. So let's get into the question, how long does it last? And what I'm going to talk about today is guidelines, because I don't, it depends on your taste, for one thing. I'm not expecting my makgeolli to become unhealthy if it's too old in the fridge. It's not going to become dangerous, but the taste might be unpleasant or unwelcome. So the kind of guidelines I'm going to give are about taste, not about health or safety. Your guidelines about taste. So what happens as your makgeolli is sitting in the fridge? It's going to become, it's going to settle more. The texture, it might be more clumpy, the sediment at the bottom, and it might become more sour over time. So that's what to expect. And overall, for any category of makgeolli that I talk about during this video, I'm going to recommend that you taste it periodically. That's going to be your best indication. You'll want to, that's going to supersede anything I say. If you taste it and it's getting too sour, well, then it's too sour for you. That would supersede any numerical number of days that I tell you during this video. Okay, so let's discuss some different cases. The first case I want to talk about is regular traditional makgeolli, which is your brew filtered and water is added. So traditionally that's 6 to 8% alcohol. If that's what you're bottling, that's in your fridge, how long should that last? And my guideline for that, I just base that on what I see for commercial unpasteurized makgeolli with the slightly open lids that allow for gas to escape. Those ones are always given a drink by date of 30 days. So I figure that's safe for that kind of product. It should last 30 days in the fridge. So that's what I recommend for homebrew as well. It might become more sour over that time period. The taste might evolve over that time, but it should be good for 30 days in the fridge. Now, the second case I want to talk about is undiluted makgeolli, which the Korean term for that would be cheongju, the original brew filtered, but without diluting it with water. So that'll be higher alcohol percentage, and it actually will last longer in the fridge. In fact, it's perfectly fine after a month or even 2 months. So I would say 2 months is to be expected, maybe even longer. I've had good experiences with cheongju in the fridge that's 2 months old, still tastes great. So that's my recommendation for cheongju or undiluted makgeolli. And if that's not enough for you, what if you want to keep your brew longer? Well, you can pour off the clear layer after it's settled. That's the cheongju. If you keep that by itself in a bottle, that'll last for a year or more. That's very stable. It's unlikely to get bad or off tastes. The yeast and the sediment is no longer present. So you just have the clear part. That's going to be much more stable. You can keep that for a year or more. And in fact, in one of my videos, I drink some. It's not even poured off, but it wasn't shaken for more than a year, actually 17 months. and I drank the cheongju. It was perfectly fine. In fact, it was an improvement over when I tried it earlier in the brewing process. So that was very interesting. So just keep that in mind. The cheongju will last longer than anything. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any ideas about this topic, please put them in the comments below. I want to know what you think. My guidelines are just what I've experienced. And I should mention that it's actually quite rare for the makgeolli to last too long in the fridge. I end up drinking it, or I share it with others. So I rarely have the problem of old makgeolli in the fridge. Happy brewing, everyone. Thanks for watching.